Yeah, check our
Oh,
teeth.
great.
There you go.
Now
Yeah,
it's
did I tell you
live.
that you were starting?
I'm just checking for
I was,
cilantro.
I was hoping to get you in the middle of of finishing your drink and finishing your dinner, and then I was going to say, "Ma'am, would you like fries with that?"
Oh, it's not finished, and I'd love some fries.
You can have mine. Um,
More
oh, good. It
fries?
looks like it saved our settings since last time. So it's already using my
I already
my
checked
good
all my
microphone.
stuff. It's good.
So enough of talking to each other. Let's talk to the audience. Hey guys, welcome back for
Hi, guys.
your big fat vegan RuCap of episode 2 of RuPaul's Drag Race, the Glamazon
Glamazonian
Airways.
Airways. Glamazonian Airways.
You know the song.
Well, I was quite taken with this bit. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did too. I actually, well, I mean, I guess we'll get into this in our. It was Glamazonian Airwaves, Airways. Yeah, I can't seem to get the name right. Um,
Glamazonian Airways.
Glamazonian Airways. Wow, look at me, and all of a sudden I'm like one of those bitches that can't get their lines right. Do we swear on this one? I forget. It's YouTube. Fuck it, we can swear.
I think it's okay.
All right. Well then, fuck it, fuckity, fuck.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Did I just offend your delicate sensibilities?
No, it's just, well, we're not holding back.
All right. There's a great line in the Broadway show, title of show, where one character just starts suddenly swearing all like just kind of like I did. And I was like, wow, is all that swearing appropriate or even necessary? I like the adding on of or even necessary. Like, no, it actually it served no purpose. So yeah, so episode 2, mini challenge, go. Taking the floor to the mouth.
The mini challenge. Oh, was it with Moby and the
Yeah.
hello? Yeah. Well, girl, you know I got a thing for Moby.
You do really?
I do. I love Moby. I totally have a thing for Moby. He's vegan, you know.
I know he's vegan. I've been to his restaurant.
Loud and proud.
What's his
But
little
yeah, he's really
restaurant?
cute. He's kind of my type, except for the fact that he's really short.
Yeah,
I really prefer. I'm a bear lady, but I
Okay.
love a baldy. I love glasses. I love electronic music. I love Moby. He's great.
I like bear. I'm not. Never mind. Yeah, I don't have a type. Like I actually had a really had a fella today. I had this really cute short little guy today. It was kind of fun. But I also love to climb a big tall
I don't know. It's weird because that's something that'll really get me is a super tall guy. But I have totally dated shorties and I like shorties too. But I'm just a tall girl, so if I see a tall guy, I feel like, you know, I don't know.
Do you think there's some gender norms that play into that when women want a man who's taller than them, that women feel like they should be shorter than their guy?
It's got to be a possibility, but I also know that I definitely, well, I do think I don't feel as sexy when I feel like, and this has got to be culture norms. This is all culture norms, I'm sure, but I don't feel as sexy when I am larger than the other person.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a fair point.
That's totally a woman thing.
Yeah, interesting. So leaf blower mini challenge, back to that.
Yeah, hilarious.
Yeah, I think it was awesome. You know, if it were me, and I'm sure there's a really good reason why no one did this, but it looked to me like every single queen was doing the exact same thing. I'm like, well, how do we pick a winner? I think I would have just like taken the goggles up and just like let my eyelids flap in the breeze, but I probably would not have eyes any longer if I did that.
Yeah, I don't know that that's totally safe.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess you don't go on Drag Race.
But whatever. It was funny. I really loved what Ginger did with her. Like, I thought it was really funny.
Yeah, but even then, it was hard for me to tell like who was doing what. The only one that I actually liked, or took notice of was Jasmine Masters, because while she was doing hers, she was like in slow motion, like patting her weave during it, and that
that was funny.
That I thought was funny.
Well, I think it was Miss Fame too. She blacked out some of her teeth. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, but also that's not necessarily. I mean, that doesn't really lend anything to a slow motion challenge. I think like the patting her weave juxtaposed with slow motion glamour footage, whatever, Anyway, Miss
that
Fame.
makes sense.
Yeah, that's within the context of that challenge. Like, it's hard to be like, what are anyway. Wow, if we only have 10 minutes, we have a lot to cover.
I know. Well, you're the one that brought up the mini challenge.
Well, I'm just going in order. But in the dressing room, I'm starting to get sick of the other drag queens, and drag queens in general, judging other queens for like the pageant queens judging the performers because, oh, well, they're all comedy, but they can't give glamour. Or the performer queens judging the pageant queens because, oh, they're pretty, but they can't do pageants. I really can't. I like what Miss Fame said about, like, I want to push the boundaries of where drag can go. I don't just want to be in the bars. Like, I want to be on magazine covers. I want to be the world's first, drag queen supermodel. But then again, at the same time, I have to say I'm also guilty of doing that as a drag queen. Like when I worked at Lucky Chang's, and I don't want to name anyone, so I'll just say, Digna Shea and Pussy Couture, who are total non-performers, but they would always get picked to perform over me. So I think that's when I have an issue with that, when another queen is getting passed over for something, when another queen who can't really do the job is picked to do it. Like, that's when I take issue. That was a complete
the point I was
end.
Sometimes I never know if it's gonna stop.
3, 2, 1, go.
You just never know if Ben's gonna stop. I mean, sometimes you feel like you just have to start. Well, the thing is about competition is it brings that out, and that's just the atmosphere there. And how are you not going to do that when people are being judged the whole day? Everything you do is being judged. You're being judged. You're going to be judging other people. It's just part of the nature, I think, of that environment. And I think that's why a lot of the cattiness comes out. Because my instinct is always that a lot of those queens, and is in previous seasons also, that you see how catty they get kind of during the show. And it's part of the reality environment that's created by the show. And, reality TV shows do that. They create the environment to get the kind of talk that they want. And I think on RuPaul's Drag Race, they want that. They want that catty kind of talk because it's entertaining.
Yeah. I have to wonder, like, who would I be? How would I be if I were on a show like this? Like, I like to always think, like, I wouldn't be the one afterwards in the lounge, whatever we call the lounge now. I wouldn't be like one of those, like, so who do you think's going home? I'd be like, oh, cool. How are you feeling? Isn't it nice to be sitting down?
No, but the thing is, Ben, you're wrong because they force them to talk about that.
I realize it's scripted. Like, I think based.
Well, it's not scripted, but it's talk about this. And if you don't talk about it, you have to talk about it. Yeah,
you're basically contractually obligated to steer.
Yeah, it's a reality show. They tell you what conversations to have.
And
then they also fuel the fire. They create situations to get the talk that they want. I mean, it is a show.
Yeah, but let's just not call it reality then. Like, if you want to watch reality, watch a documentary. Like, that's actually reality.
All right. Well, we're getting into a whole nother thing. I mean, you should read, Ben. Read Reality Bites Back. It's a great book. All right, let's move on.
Then, so the Maxi Challenge, the Glamazonian Airwaves. Thoughts?
I loved it. I thought it was super funny and great. I really also, I was really happy with this episode in general because, like I said, I was unhappy with the first episode. I didn't really enjoy it. This episode, I really enjoyed. I loved seeing people's this is a great way to display what they can do. It's lip syncing and comedy and performing in general. And I thought that I loved Carson as a judge, I have to say. Now I miss him because it's been Ross for several weeks now. I miss Carson. I was really enjoying him as a judge. Anyway, whatever. I thought Ginger was great. I thought she picked a great team. I thought she cast her parts well, and I thought she nailed it. And I totally agree with, like, her team sort of seeming like a little more standout than the other team. And I thought that. Who else did I think was good that stood out to me? Oh, Jasmine and Kennedy doing the rap. Oh my God, I just loved that. I thought they were hilarious and awesome. And I remember thinking Max was really good and Trixie was really good. And it was nice. You just got to see who shined, because some people really did shine, I thought.
Yeah, I definitely thought Ginger shunned. Ginger
was shiny?
Ginger shined more than any the most. And I don't just mean comparatively. I mean she really killed it, which I liked. That was enjoyable for me just because she also was having trouble during the choreography at first when she was learning it. She's like, oh my God, I can't do this. She killed it. She looked fantastic, and everyone was tight and in unison. On her team, I think Sasha Bell was on her team. I forget who was on team. Who cares whose team Sasha Bell was on? Girl, like, I understand your hair is whatever, but like, learn to whip your hair around. Actually, that said, I once did a number which ended with me like whipping my hair into a fan, and my friend Anthem, he was like, backstage, he's like, remember, when the time comes to whip your hair in the fan, you need to let it go this way and then roll it forward. And I was like, yeah, got it. And then when it actually came time, what?
Yeah, as understandable as it is, poor Sasha, she just tanked. But on that note, it's interesting because this Katya in this episode, bottom 2, and boy, did she blow it.
Boy, did what? Katya blew it?
Yeah. The lip sync in the Glamazonian Airways. I mean, my God.
Here's my thing about Katya. Like, first off, she does not belong in the bottom 2. It's not that she tanked it. You don't give someone, like, what they gave her to memorize and lip sync to was like 2 full pages of dialogue, basically. Like, that was really rough. Like, I just don't. I get the idea that they have very, very, very little time to learn this stuff and go over it. And I'm sorry.
Okay, slow down. I get that it's rough. I get that her part was hard. But in Untucked, Trixie says that Katya asked for that part.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I forgot about that. Oh well.
She wanted that part. I'm sorry, she didn't know the words. You have to make it happen. I don't care if you have 5 minutes or you have 5 days. You have to make it happen. And look, I know that things happen and you blow it. So it was real. That's what is interesting to me about Katya, because obviously she has really lasted, and I think she's going to last for quite a while in the competition. But this was one of my first impressions of her, and it was not good.
Interesting.
Look, I get that these things, you know, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I get all of it. I've been a performer many, many times. But the bottom line is that she said, I want this part, and then she blew it. You know, like, for whatever reason, when she was on the stage, it was blown. And that's the bottom line for me, is can you deliver right now? And I get that things happen, and everybody is going to have a moment where they blow it. But she blew it in that moment, and it was like the first thing I saw of Katya, other than her wearing a dress the previous week. So I was just like, this girl doesn't learn her lines. That was it. That was all I had, you know?
So Katya and Sasha ended up in the bottom 2, and
Katya killed her. Woo!
Killed her. Actually, I don't know if you heard, Sasha actually passed away as a result of that episode.
She died. She died after singing Olivia Newton-John.
I'm sure someone in history has died lip syncing. Here's the thing. You know what I think this episode really needed more than anything else? A glass of water for Sasha Bell's thirsty ass wig. Is that the driest ball of hair you've ever seen in your life?
I think Katya needs a different hair color. I don't love her blondness. She needs a dirtier blonde. She needs like my hair color would look great on Katya.
Really, I think she's killing it. I think she's killing it in the look.
Well, she looks great, but I'm not the biggest blonde lover.
Nor am I, and I very, very rarely go blonde. I think I will be blonde this.
And she is super blonde.
Yeah, but it worked for her. And she
It works. Look, I like her. She's won me over. But at the end of this episode, I was not like Team Katya at all.
She looks like one of those like models that also does porn, but then also
exactly.
like, hey, I gotta live.
That is very descriptive.
Yeah, she looks like one of those like porn actresses who breaks through into modeling, but only ever seems to get booked to be the lady on the hair coloring box. You know those ladies? Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
I rely on those ladies for hair color choices, or I once did. I am au naturel actually at this point in my life. Pretty unbelievable.
I love it. It looks great. I didn't know that was natural.
Oh, hot colored for so many years. It's kind of nuts. But yeah.
I think I still have you in my phone as your original like Facebook picture that I first ever had, where you have red hair.
Red hair?
So this
long red hair and red glasses.
This is my Laura Yaz photo, still on my phone when you call.
Oh yeah, red glasses. I can't really see it though.
Here, maybe
red glasses. Those were my trademark for a long time.
Also, Sasha's dress was just terrible, and you know,
Sasha did bad, and she went home. I mean, I got no complaints.
Yeah, well, I mean, can I still rag on her? I'm sure she's a peach. I'm sure she's a lovely person. I'm sure she's given a couple of dollars to charity in her day. But here's the thing, like, first off,
but she has zero confidence too, which is like, I'm done. If you're in RuPaul's Drag Race and you don't think you're the greatest, like, you need to go someplace else.
Oh no, but she did think she was the greatest. Remember episode 1 where she's like,
I don't think she did.
Yeah, she did. She's like, I've studied RuPaul's Drag Race. I've studied every challenge. I'm the queen that knows. I've done my homework.
That's different. Saying that you know RuPaul's Drag Race inside and out doesn't mean I think I'm the world's greatest drag queen, because I know RuPaul's Drag Race inside and out. That doesn't tell you anything about what I believe in myself.
Hey, you are one of the world's greatest drag hags, if that's worth anything. So Sasha Bell.
I think supporter would be a kinder term, or fan.
Supporter, okay.
Patron.
Yeah, I
I'm a drag patron.
Drag hag, it rhymes. It's just better.
Hag makes it sound like the other kind of hag, and that is such an offensive thing to say to a woman. That other kind of hag word.
Is that really offensive? I didn't know that. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like sexist and horrible, and you're insulting the entire gay community at the same time. There's nothing good about it.
Hey, there's also nothing bad about insulting the entire gay community at the same time if it's done expertly, which I like to think that's my specialty. Sasha,
yeah, I don't think that calling a woman that term is expert. It's pathetic.
Gotcha. All right, gotcha. I'm not saying that was an example of me being expert. I'm just saying me alienating the gay community in general. I'm very good at that, and I know because I've received feedback.
I'm quite the opposite.
Okay, moving on.
I do not alienate the gay community.
Okay.
I am loved.
Bring back Sasha Bell. So thirsty ass.
Hashtag bring back Sasha.
Yeah. No. Oh my God, is anyone hashtagging bring back Sasha?
Bring back Sasha.
Here's the thing. I don't even think Sasha Bell would go to see a Sasha Bell show.
Oh, honey. She'd have to show up.
Yeah, well, she'd have to be there, but I don't think she would actually be like, you know who I don't want to see on stage? Me. I would not pay to see me. I personally would pay to see Honey in the Bronx. I would love to sit in an audience and watch one of my shows. I think I give life. But, so, back to Sasha Bell. Her thirsty-ass wig. Yeah, the hair was totally... I'm all about big hair, but her hair wasn't doing anything for her. And lastly, girl, I am sorry. Some queens don't need to, but some queens just need to wear a corset, a girdle, a shaper.
Yeah, she was so uncinched.
She was like a sack of potatoes inside some black and silver trash bag. Just not.
I know. I feel like that dress would have been better looking on a body.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If you had some kind of
a bad dress, but if you had it on some like hourglassing, it could be pretty nice.
She was just dumpy. She was absolutely just dumpy.
She did look good. Her hair. Oh God, with the hair.
The lip sync though, that when she and Katya had to lip sync, that was where it really got me. When first off, I mean, like, I'm not like a big fan of just like, oh, look, I'm suddenly going to do the splits because I can. I wish I could do splits, and I'm sure if I did, I would do them all the time. Best line of the entire episode, and I'm going to read here. This is my script. Katya said that I just needed to pound my vagina into that stage so hard that the building shakes.
Yeah, she's pretty funny.
That is when I learned to love Katya. I do love when a drag queen refers to her vagina in the absence of actually having one. Like, I needed to pound my vagina into the stage. Yes. I don't know what that would feel like on an actual vagina. Anyway.
Probably good.
That's funny. That's funny. I'm glad I heard that.
Thank you very much.
Did you notice, speaking of vaginas and lady parts, Sasha Bell's entire titty was the very, very end, like right when
like came out of the dress.
Right when RuPaul's laughing and they're all clapping, she's got like this dangling titty, just like
like a pad just hanging out.
Yeah. Like you didn't do bad enough in the lip sync, but when the time was over, your boob popped out. I
did do bad enough. My breasts fell out.
And as if we didn't need, it's like the longer you keep her on air, the more reasons we get not to like her. So like lip sync, not great. Hair, thirsty. No corset, shitty dress. Not a lot of personality, unless she's watching this, in which case, oh my God, Sasha Bell, I'm such a fan of you. But then like when she sashayed away, they did tell her a sachet away, right?
Sachet.
All right, sachet. They didn't say lumber away like a dude, did they? There are queens who walk, and there are queens
trudge the runway.
And there are queens who lumber. Do you know what I mean when I say she lumbered?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just an unsightly walk. And those are my notes on episode 2.
I clearly you're such a fan.
Of who, Sasha?
I had no idea.
Sasha Bell. Ask me what my favorite 3 things are in this world.
Peanut butter, Sasha Bell.
Pretty much, I was going to say Colleen Patrick Goudreau, Sasha Bell, and Sasha Bell. That's it. And Björk is like number 7 on my list.
You forgot peanut butter.
And you only peanut butter's on there. It's like number 8 or 9.
All right, it's like 2 for me.
Number 2 and 3, but you didn't ask me my top 5 because my top 5 include 4 Sasha Bell and 5 Sasha Bell. I'm such a fan.
Peanut butter grinder.
No, I'm over Grinder. It's Scruff now.
Okay.
For many reasons, too boring to go into. But like,
yeah, I don't even want to know. I don't want to know at all.
Okay, awesome. Though I think Grinder did work in my favor today. I got a nice little something.
Let's end this. End this. I want it to end.
His name was Sergio.
I want this to end.
That's not what I was saying. Anyway, the end. Thank you guys for making these episodes happen with your awesome contributions and becoming members. Check us out at bigfatveganradio.com. And if you want access to our secret shows, also click on support us and become a member.